these are all the places I'm going to give it a little clean up, okay? Here, down to the outside, all diagonal, that makes all gusset. Weld it up and dress it up, okay? A little brush like that, okay? So there's my hand, and you can see the brush. The brush is tiny, but it has no problem going up that hole there, look. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, in the last video, it was all about getting the rocker fitted, yeah? And that never materialized, unfortunately, yeah, because we found rust. We came upon rust last week in behind the rocker here, right? That area there, okay? So there's a little gusset there, and that was really weak and had rotted away, and I wasn't happy with it. Remember, guys, that you only have and you only get 1 millimeter, yeah? And I said that last week. And if 1 millimeter, so if something is pitted or rusted and the thickness is 0.5 mil, and this bus is going to be out on the road and doing things, you know, maybe seasonal, but yeah, that's not restoration. So we need to put it back to 1 mil. That's what we call restoration, yeah? So that's what we're going to do today. You'll see now that I've cut out that gusset, okay? And we're doing the same over here at this end. We're going to cut this piece out because if you remember, we put holes here with our little jabber, yeah? We weren't there with a punch and a hammer. It was just a little jabber and it had gone through, and that's my indicator. That's my rust test, okay? Stay with us. The majority of today's instruction really, or my advices on this one is basically how I fit the rocker, okay? And there's a few different ways to fit a rocker. I was showing you in the previous videos, there's some good ideas about, you know, how we could have done it, and I wouldn't feel any way about splicing that rocker there and taking a piece off it to marry up with the existing rocker. Wouldn't be an issue. You get a nice clean little butt weld up along it, and you know, you had the original on there. But we won't worry about that now at the minute, right? I'm going to get stuck in here and get this done and get this done, okay? I'm not going to get this done today because if we went that's a job in itself. That'll be for the next video, yeah? Or whatever. We need to get that done. We need to get that done. And then we're ready. Also, guys, the guy who owns this bus, my mate, right, he popped round and he has given me instruction that he wants pour 15 in here. And, you know, the more protection, the better. Yeah, that's definitely, the more protection, the better. It'll do well in there, okay? Pour 15. So I've got that guy up here. I think everybody pretty much in the business now, you know, of restoration and restoring your classics will know about this one, okay? So let's get stuck in, yeah? I hope you enjoy it, the tips and the tricks, etc. I'll see you at the back end of it, all going well, yeah? Of course, first, yeah, that's that out of the way now for a while. Okay, guys, I'll hang you up, yeah? So, guys, in order to get this sill fitted, we're going to have to start with this. If you remember, this was just too weak, yeah? So what I've actually done is I've cut it here and running up there, like I said, and take it across the top. And we're going to weld in that little gusset, a new piece, make the piece, yeah, and weld that in there. Okay? We're going to deal with this repair afterwards, right? Because it doesn't affect the sill, okay? It's above the sill, as you can see. So we can go on to that one afterwards. And this one is the next one we'll be doing, okay? So you can see it's rotted through there, and the inside is completely gone. This is like a little shoulder. Now, everything we put in here after the fact, when we get these welded in, they're going to have to be like as smooth as they are now. We can't, just because it's behind the sill, that doesn't mean that we can leave it oversized or anything like that. It has to be the size that it is, because when the sill goes in there, the little lip on the sill will actually meet this here. Yeah, you know, it's part of the resistance and strengthening of the whole assembly. So yeah, just be mindful of that if you are repairing these pieces. They need to be the same size, you know. Sometimes you can get carried away and think, oh well, there's, you know, no one will see it, but that's not in this instance. In this instance, see where that sill is. In this instance, that part of the sill there, okay, this here, goes up against that there, you know, they touch. And actually, another thing while we're on that subject is, let's just get that down off of there a second, so I can see the shot is okay. Okay, so that's the part there where it turns up here on the end of the sill. This is the part that hits inside, right, and creates, you know, strength from crushing, you know, out here. So it goes up against that corner there. Everything is shaped that way. Now we will be taking a little smidgen off of there, because if you remember, in the last video, it was a little bit proud up on this edge, just a little bit, which means, you know, to make that right, you just take a little bit off of here, or off of this end, you know, the high end, the top of the sill. So you take a little bit off of here, and that fixes that problem, yeah? Obviously, what you take off of it there, you know, you take off of it on that side as well. Otherwise, you will be creating a twist, yeah? A little twist, yeah? But nonetheless, a twist. So, we get stuck on with this, yeah? So they're cut out now, as you can see. And take this off, look. So that's like paper thin, yeah? And just put a light on. We do have, you know, there's a millimeter there along, so that's good. And now we just level up the top of it here, take it across, and we'll put in our new piece here. It's like a gusset, yeah? You saw it in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, guys, I'll throw a link up the top right now, so you'll see. That's the last video if you want to go back and watch what's brought us onto this. Because we were going fitting the sill, yeah? But the pieces that we left on here, yeah, the spot welds on them weren't good enough, really. They were pitted too much. You know, the pitting was too deep, so decided to go against that, yeah. Come over here. You won't learn anything over there. Come on. Okay, guys, look. Okay, this is one of the best tips of the day, okay? Have you got a bay bus? If you've got a bay bus, okay? Get your airline, okay? There's a little hole on the bottom of your B post, guys. Look. Can you see that there? Right? You can see the post, okay? And you can see that hole. If you've got an original bus, okay, and you want to protect it, because this area, the bottom of the B post, that can be, you know, a disaster, right? And the bottom of the B post isn't just this piece and this piece, right? It also goes around and turns in here, okay? So that's it all along there. You'll see those, can you see those little spot welds? Look, there, and there, and there. Where your B post goes in and folds over there. From right to left. It's not part of this piece, okay? This is the piece with the lip on it for the rubber. So, that's a difficult piece to replace, okay? More importantly, get an airline if you have one, put it into the B post, the hole. There's a drain hole here for muck and grime to wash out, right? And pull your trigger and blow up the dust. Get a nail, you know, a 4-inch nail or a 3-inch or a 2-inch nail, and that can be blocked. That hole can be blocked, okay? Free it all out, blow it all out, make sure you got everything, stick your hoover on it, suck it all out, okay? And then, guys, no one's going to show you this, but get your K-Rust, K-U-R-U-S-T, okay? And before you go at this job, get a little brush like that, okay? So there's my hand, okay? And you can see the brush, okay? The brush is tiny, but it has no problem going up that hole there, look, okay? No problem, guys. And then get your K-Rust, yeah? I'm all out of this now, but I thought, you know what? This is something I could show you. Get your little brush in there and look what happens. Can you see our brush? Can you see it going up and down inside? Oh, look. So now you know the lay of the land. Okay? I'm taking you to places, guys, that no one's took before. So there you go. Look, see the little brush? And what you're actually doing is you're doing all the back of the post, not the A post specifically, but all of this in here, look. Can you see? This guy. And anybody who has a rusty bus knows that they all rust there and they're always patched. You buy a second-hand bus and there's a patch right there on the bottom of that, the inner B post, yeah? So look, if you have a good bus, guys, I already said last week in the video about here and here, right? I had the tissues behind them to highlight them. Look, there and there. Pull off your rubbers, go out. If it's too late now, go out tomorrow or go out Saturday. Pull off this rubber and check. And if that's getting scabby, give it some of this stuff. This is important, guys, right? This is really important. Or anything that will kill rust and neutralize it, okay? So scrape off the scabbiness. Yeah? Yeah, that's all gone there, look. And this is a good bus, okay? So these are the areas that you want to be watching, you know, in your bus. And there's your little brush, look. And that's why I said there's no point in having a big brush, you know. Have little brushes. Go and get a little selection, a little packet of brushes. And you can paint all the inside of that and protect it for years to come, guys. Didn't we deep dive on that one, eh? There's your little hole on the bottom of the B post. There's your jacking, yeah, your jacking point. You know where you are. If you're watching these videos, you definitely know where you are. But, guys, I'm taking you to places. Look, I'll be putting this gusset on here, right? I'm not going to waste your time with that, but I will give you quality time and stuff like this. Prevention is better than... Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I've got my little brush. Now, you could also then put your airline here now and give it a little shot of air. You may not have, you know, but... You know, you could do it with a foot pump too if you really wanted to go radical, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, douse it all in there. Flood it in there with your little brush, yeah? And that whole area, I can see it. I don't think you can see it. But in there, guys, I can see it's all kind of white now. You know, and it'll turn black, blue, etc. So, go and check your B post, the bottom of your B post. If it's an original bus you have, there'll be a hole there about 1/4 of an inch. 10 mil, you know, I don't know. Yeah, you can see the hole there. Okay? So, and I've gone all around in here with my little brush, but you won't be able to do that, obviously. Your bus will have a sill on it. Yeah? Okay. So I just thought I'd show you that. I'll be cutting this. I've been cleaning up other stuff as well, guys. This whole belly pan is going to get painted, yeah? And I've gone in here, look. So we're on the other side of the bus now, okay? Let's move this light out here. Right? And all in the back here is all painted. Yeah? And it's all good in there. So now I just have to make this little shoulder. Okay? I might actually put a little bit of weld on there. and build this in with weld. It'll be stronger, yeah, and make a little piece for here. But I'm going to make those off so you're not wasting, and we will be getting into this sill, right? I've cleaned up here because it was a little rusty, and I've also given it a good clean in here, right? Because that's another area that'll always have a hole in it, yeah. Okay, so I'll bring you back in again in a while. Okay. That's a double skin that I put in there, which was spot welded together and treated at the back. Before I close this hole up now, I'm going to put my little brush in there, and when it goes cool, because I'm going to transfer over to the other side now and start on that one, but when that goes cool, I'll be putting in the K-rust in here, up as far as I can all around. I've already done so, but I'll be doing it again before I finally close it up. Yeah, that's it. So we're going over to the other one now for a little while, let that cool, and I can work with that after. It's welded along the top, it's welded along the back side, and it's welded up around the front. I'll show it to you when I dress it up, because it's just a piece, yeah, that I put in, you know, to make the side, right? Okay guys, so we're on the other side, yeah, and I've cut a little piece of 1 mil. Okay, it's not treated on the back side or anything yet, and I've just rounded the corner, me and Herbie, okay, just to show you. So still a little bit long, as you can see, right? It needs to be there, but the bottom side is okay. So now we just take a little bit off the top, okay? Okay, so that's it in the bottom, yeah? That's it in the top. Okay, so now we just take a line from here down to the outside, or diagonal. That makes our gusset. Weld it up and dress it up. Okay. Eyes. Okay, I'll weld that up, guys, and yeah, and dress it up, and that's all it'll gusset back in there. And there, guys, I know this camera doesn't work real well close up, but there's the little gusset, yeah, and now it's to be welded up, painted on the back, on the inside. That's that little piece done, yeah, and then we go back over again. Give you a look at that now, yeah. So the gusset, yeah. We've got our 1 millimeter again, yeah. We've got our string on it now, so we're good here, yeah. Another little piece of the jigsaw puzzle. And we've still got that little gap where we saw me putting the paint in, right? I can put more crust in again if I need to, and I don't need to, but paint this now with crust as well, just to make sure, you know, that it's all good, yeah. And now we'll go down to the other end, and we'll finish off that piece there, yeah. I've already welded the front of that, put a plate in there, double skin like I said, and it's welded around, so I dressed that up. But yeah, fill this in now, and I'll bring you back again and show you that, and then we're good to go, I think. Yeah. Okay guys, so now we have that one in. That's that gusset, yeah. We've got our 1mm thick on the face here, all the way through. So, looking good. We paint that with Crust now, yeah. And that'll be that one. And then we have this one. That one's done now. Way too much light here, sorry guys. There you go. Yeah. Like I said, it's double walled on this side. That's welded up top, in and around the back, and the shoulder. So I'm going to paint these up now. I'm going to paint everything up, guys, in pour 15. All in there, in at the back, like you know where now. In by that little, yeah. Get a pour 15 in here. Pour 15 on the inside of the sill. And then we're going to mark it up. Right, I'll show you how to do that, because it's from now on really this, you know, like I said, this was our hold up last week. Yeah, we hit the wall with this stuff, which is always the way with restoration, yeah. Until you start getting into stuff, you really don't know what you're facing into, you know. It's impossible to call it, and yeah, all I know is it's as well to do it and have it right when you know, get it all finished like that, and then you can walk away and know that you've done everything that you could. K-rust this stuff now as well. I've cleaned all that up, and that definitely needs, you know, they actually rust out, those guys, those little triangular pieces here. They're noted for it. So K-rust all this now, and we'll get on with the sill, yeah. Last time I said we're on the home straight, that was like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, okay. Okay, so what we have here, guys, is we have the original spot weld marks, okay, and I'm going to transfer them on here so I can clean the paint on the sill. So every place I see the center there, just draw a line, draw a line, draw a line, and these are all the places I'm going to give it a little clean up, okay, like I mentioned in the last video. Every place where there was a spot weld originally, an original spot weld, is where I'll be putting back these marks. I'll transfer them around the other side as well, so I'll know where to put my spot weld gun, the spot welder. I'll continue on with this. And I'll bring you back at the next stage. There's nothing to go there, obviously. There's a drain hole. But this is just to clean up where the faces of the metal are going to be touching. So it's just a little clean, so that we don't have paint or contaminants between them. And that's it, guys. That's how long it takes to mark it up, yeah? Okay, if you haven't seen the last video, guys, I'll put a link up. I'm trying to figure out just now, is it this side or is it this side? It's one of those sides. It's here, guys, yeah? I'm pretty sure it's here. So I'll put that up now. That's the last video. It covers all of how to get the perfect plug weld. All you need to do to get that, you know, the perfect plug weld. Don't know why pluck is in my head today, guys. It's just, yeah. So yeah, I'll mark the rest of this up now, guys. All these little black marks. I've got to transfer it onto the edge. And then I'll finally transfer it out here, like this. Yeah. And that'll be where I position my plug weld gun. So every place where the plug weld gun is going to go is all clean. Just where the just where it meets, yeah. Just give it a little dip like I showed in the last video. And then you have all clean, you have metal to metal, right? There won't be any contamination of anything. It'll be metal to metal. It'll be clean. And like I said, it burns at 12, 14, 1500 degrees Celsius. So, I mean, even if you did have any kind of a primer on there, it's going to burn off anyway, yeah? But that's all that theory and the science behind why I do what I do is in the last video. So check that one out. Going to get on and stick this together, yeah? Okay guys, you can see all those marks now. Yeah, on the bottom here. So that's all for the spot welder, okay? Spot welder will be welding this on. And on the top, we have those holes that I drilled out, that I showed you about. Inside here. And now basically what I'm doing is my second lot of markings, yeah? Like this, just to, so I know where to clean, yeah? Each one of those holes, well, that's what that line is marked for. So I'll be cleaning, because I'll be going down there with my plug welds, yeah? I did mark them up before here just to transfer it across, if you remember. So yeah, you get the idea, yeah? I'm just going to clean them and that's it. I'll be cleaning it across, just across the top of this shoulder here, look. Right? And when I weld down through that hole, it'll be coming down here to the clean metal. Just one little fast clean, that's all it takes. So that it's metal to metal. Okay,